switch up the order a tiny bit because I can. So I have been working on some parasite poems in collaboration with my lovely friend Cami here, Cami Westhoff, who is also a very talented poet, and we decided it would be really fun to create a collection of parasite poems in which one of us writes a poem in the voice of the parasite and one of us writes a poem in the voice of the host. And so I'm actually going to invite Cami up here to read with me. She's embarrassed about her phone.
It was a last minute decision, so I don't have that.
Okay. So we're going to read a pair of poems about, what's the worm called? It's a worm and a snail. So we are particularly interested in parasites that are behavior-altering parasites that cause critters to do things different than they would habitually. And so Cami wrote one about the worm who infects snails. Right, and they crawl into the eye stem. You're not going to post this or anything, are you?
Why? Why not? This is perfect. This is what the public wants.
My awkward scientific explanation, misexplanation. Okay, all sorts of misinformation. And anyway, so yes, eye stalks, and it makes the eye stalks of the snail pulse so that it looks like caterpillars, so that birds will come down and eat the snail, the worm out of the snail because it thinks that it's a caterpillar, and it continues this cycle. It's parasites, it's fucked up, whatever. Cami's gonna read. And we have terrible titles for these poems because we haven't quite finished them. This one's called Paradoxum. Hers is worse. The title is worse. It's really good. Okay. I know it seems unfair, but have you seen what I look like? Lips puckered like an asshole, teeth like a cyclone. I blink to life in a puddle of excrement. In skin, it's perfect match. Before you drank me in, I drowned 1,000 siblings, stamped my stump on their faces until their eyes burst and I rose to your lips, slipped into your sweet pink mouth. I take my time in the core of your body. Here, I am the adorable magnet pinning the precious first painting, the plush lovey, keeping the child in its own bed all night long. I erupt into the stalk of your eye, throb color into drab. You are blinded, no longer afraid of sunlight. And when it strikes, we quiver and strove, and I make you irresistible. In another incarnation, we pinched each other's cheeks, crushed berries and rubbed their blood onto our lips. We tightened corsets until our ribs were more cave than cage. Practiced first kisses on the back of our hands and motioned into silk. We promised we'd never forget what we meant before something came along and made us matter.
Woo!
So before I say the title, the terrible, terrible title of this poem, I have to say that my other project right now, my main project, I have kind of put poetry on the sideline for a little bit to try to finish this shamelessly marketable historical romance novel, which sort of explains the title of this poem, which is The Paradox of Desire. Kind of a picture like a snail bodice ripper? I don't know. Anyway. It's terrible. Okay. You prod me unwilling into the light. My soft eye capitulates to your toothed body, stretches to accommodate the desire of your movement. You hatched this craving for light, the urge for the greenest leaf, the highest branch. I trust in all the wrong things, breeze and bird, the bright scrutinizing loop of sun. I glide up the pendulous sedge, paint its stalk glossy,
bend it slender with my weight. You pulse behind my sight, a soft focused rainbow, your image inescapable. One day soon, a beak will split us, slit you and my eyes from their stalks. The sun again, the nucleus of fear, the grass stretched toward it, as if light could ever be the answer. All right, I'm just going to do two more. This one is called April Fool. Today I wonder if I could take it back, as if all minor and major losses were a bad joke. My daughter's missing jacket would shine blue from the long line of empty school books, and my favorite mug would reappear, its perfect swooped handle nestled among the rows of lesser handles. The airplane uncrashes, and within its painted casing, the man with thinning hair sighs and crosses his legs. Ice rattles in plastic cups. The black-eyed woman worries her husband will forget to pick up the kids. Mud slides back up the hill and unburies the old couple, watching TV in their matching corduroy armchairs, and the man wiping fingerprints from his glasses, and the woman in her burgundy sedan, who turns the radio knob from news to music because she doesn't want to think about all those poor people on the plane. Pens would be found, milk unspilled, scabs erased from pink knees. You would lie beside me, breathed in your regular breath, not knowing I didn't.